I can understand why you're blocked.
No,
we're friends and we comment on his stuff, and we're also mutual followers of each other. So.
Yep. Okay.
I forget Anthony follows me on Twitter.
Yeah. There are bots that are on freaking whatchamacallit that let you if anyone's following anyone. I'm just gonna post this around first. Bunk. So we have our concerns for and against the victim. Let me take a look here. Secret Wift. Bunk.
I love this.
Alright.
Someone I've never even heard of before has me blocked.
Yeah, it
happens.
Okay, hello everyone. How is our audio coming through? Is everything fine? Is it Neato and Mosquito? Hello, Overlord of Knives. For no gun reason. Oh, okay. So who needs to be beaten up today? So let's get to this. That's the let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So this is so far Rouge has their doubts about this, but this is from Spicy Salmon. CW at pedophile mentioned reminder: if you see or interact with ScarfDragon in any way, I'll block you. Wondering why? He's enabled a pedophile to groom me as a minor, and insulted me afterwards by saying it was my fault. Sorry, I was really I'm sorry, I just really don't want him to on my TL Twitter timeline. Okay, I was wondering. Thanks. I'm not doing this to cause drama. I'm doing this to prevent a repeat of what's happened to me. Now, generally, I decided to be a nosy busybody and take my happy ass over here. That's a little concerning. It's a thing over there that But no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm literally telling everyone why I need to block anyone who puts this person on my timeline. Real quick, if anyone could just make sure in this call that our ScarfDragon there is got a safe Twitter with no nudes, so I don't have to be super careful. Is it?
The closest it gets is badly drawn dragon titties, but those are covered.
Okay, we can do that. Lied about my age. What fairy tale looking ass are you gonna come up with next? Jesus Christ. Dick Dodge, the pedo in question. Hardy Bullock. Oh! So I'm gonna put this one in the chat. This is the alleged pedo. If anyone would... I should have checked that out. Bunk. I'm gonna zip away from that real quick. Let me just make sure. Question very well. I was underage. You know what? I'm going to include a link to this person, the alleged victim, in the comment section.
And if I'm wrong, I'll apologize, guys.
Well, you know what? I don't know yet, so we're just looking into it. It's...
Yeah.
Let's see. I've seen this over on their Twitter, too. So Gelato, I believe that's our guy here. Let's just make sure. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. So Gelato convinced me to say something to you about the issue with Dickie. Spencer? No, I'm kidding. I'd like to keep this really neutral as a mod of the server and try to resolve issues rather than to take sides or put blame on one person or the other. So we can all go about our business as normal and not have any further conflict. That said, let me start by saying that what Dickie did was very wrong. Well, that's interesting. And Gelato is dealing with him, as will I, if it is necessary. But Gelato is Dickie's friend more than me, so the message might get across from him better than it would be from me. I'm very curious. Holy shit, I'm at max levels of hyper. So again, when Dickie did is very wrong, and it should not have happened to begin with. Very, very curious, because Dickie knows better, and I know he knows better. I'm not here to discuss the rights and wrongs of what's going on. I'm here to talk about Gelato told me, and what you're going to do with Dickie if you didn't get your way. And on that, who's doing that?
You say as you join us, God Rocky.
Oh, hi,
I'm
Rocky.
bored.
On that note, yeah, I'm dealing with alleged pedophiles right now from the furry fandom. I'd like to discuss this link here. Twitter.
Kind of redundant, but okay.
Lol. Anyways, thoughts and
So
opinions.
the scaly.
Yeah.
Your furry's weird brother.
Indeed. They're all weird. You probably don't know what's going on, so to allow me to explain, Sis Merrick was a very dear friend of mine who is one of the nicest people I have ever met. Okay. Let me just see if anybody's got any questions. How are you? Your parents met? Blocked? Who's on the chopping block? The person in question is ScarfDragon. Link to their Twitter is down below. I suspect people following me are auto-blocked by a bot for some odd reason. You want to try your luck, Rocky? You got a Twitter, right?
I certainly do.
Alright, here's the guy in question. See if you're blocked as well. I'm going to assume, if there's any justice in the world.
Let's see.
It's our beloved alt-writer Rocky is blocked by a ScarfDragon.
Let us see.
Yes, indeed. do 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 do.
Come on, Chrome, work with me. Slow motherfucker.
I sent you a tweet that is him just ranting about this.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll get back to the readings while I'm waiting on Rocky here. She would get out of her way to help people when they needed her, and she had talked to numerous people out of suicide. If given the option, she would put a huge strain on herself to help someone else. I don't know, does this address any of the pedophilia thing? You know what, I'm going to go back to the original person. So let's see if we can get to that here. Crap, am I really going to have to read that goddamn text wall? Fucking hell.
Send it to me, I'll read it.
Okay, good.
This isn't even the pedophile. ScarfDragon isn't a pedophile. He's the friend of the quote-unquote pedophile.
Yeah, I've put that link in the chat, and I said someone go check this out to make sure if But
Oh, well.
are you blocked?
No.
Oh, so I guess I'm wrong. I don't know why Rouge is blocked. That's very interesting.
Or
Or
the
elf.
elf.
Yeah, the elf is blocked
The
too.
elf is a simple elf.
Yeah, how
What
in the
have I
fuck?
done wrong?
How in the fuck is Rocky not blocked? That's some bullshit.
I guess I hit under the radar.
He gave him the scaly handshake, apparently.
I did, yeah. Under the
You
table
want me
handshake.
to read the tweet that prefaces this text wall?
I put it in the chat.
I know, but do you want me to read the whole tweet? Because there's a tweet that prefaces the tweet that has the wall of text.
I thought I put up the, or I read off the tweet that prefaced the cheat, the lied about my age part, right? Or
The
okay, here I'll click on the.
CW pedophile mention. Remember, if I see you interact with that ScarfDragon in any way, I'll block you. Wondering why? He enabled a
Yes.
pedophile to groom me as a minor and insulted me after saying it was my fault. Sorry, I just really don't want him on my timeline.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, you've read it off here, so just take it away. Here we go.
Alright.
I technically read this first part here, so hopefully you want to pop into that next paragraph.
The second paragraph after the link.
Yeah, where she said she would go out.
Yeah.
Okay.
She would go out of her way to help people help people when they needed her, and has talked numerous people out of suicide. If given the option, she would put a huge strain on herself to help somebody else because she is selfless and one of the few people that I can look at truly draw inspiration from to better myself as a person. Both myself and many people she's talked to consider to be nothing short of a saint. Alright, I feel like there should have been a second she in there. But years ago, she was in that chat room with somebody who approached her with romantic advances. Sisk was interested. They hit it off and had sexual intentions, and sexual intentions were shared. They never actually met in person, but there was romantic contact. It turned out this girl Sisk met was underage, and although a lot of events that transpired, despite the fact that Sisk was not a predator, despite the fact that Sisk would never hurt a fly, she ended up being forced to plead guilty to attempted sexual exploitation of a minor, despite the fact that there was little evidence to prove the prosecution's case. She got 2 lifetimes of probation, banned from the internet, lifetime registration as a sex offender, and forced to spend nearly $1,000 a month to cost the cost of a random polygraph and DNA tests, as well as a GPS angle monitoring and any other kind of random surprises her PO decides necessary.
Hold it. Quick.
PO stands for patrol officer.
Is any of that consistent with anything anyone's ever heard?
Yeah.
Okay, no, all right. I was just like, that's an awful goddamn lot. Oh, continue.
Yeah, if someone, like, gets if the judge decides to make an example out of someone, and they're a sexual predator, this is totally within the realms of reality and happen.
So as much as I have a chip on my shoulder to ScarfDragon, since I'm already blocked and I never met this asshole, the fact that you claim that this person is innocent and this is all a big giant misunderstanding, I hope you can understand why I'm going to press F to doubt, because holy shit, that sounds like they brought the world down on them. And
It's X, you idiot.
Fine, X to doubt. Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you.
Yes. Continuing on, Elf.
She was torn from her fiance, lost her home, her job, lives in extreme poverty, her family, innocent people not in any way involved between Sisk and the girl, was plunged into debt, trying to desperately to help her. Her close friends suffered greatly as they tried to assist her with no bail. And now here we are years later, trying desperately to raise money to help her escape this waking nightmare, all because she made one mistake, and that one mistake was not even intentional. Sex offender charges ruin lives. That's the point. Forever. Not only that, but they also destroy the lives of people close to that person. Saying you're going to report someone for this is more serious than you can possibly imagine, especially when the person involved could easily be reasoned with and made to realize what they are doing is a huge mistake and stop forever, especially when the person is just confused and lonely and isn't a predator. Oh, I'm sorry, but they're in a dark place. Allow us to deal with the Dickie so it doesn't happen again, and think long and hard about what you're threatening. Because not only could that one person be receiving nudes be charged, but the underage kids distributing them can also be charged for creating and distribution of child pornography. Alright.
So,
I don't necessarily think that's true. Like, in my own experiences with stuff like that, if it's a child sending to an adult, it will be taken more as the adult was coercing it out of the child, and they're not going to charge the child with being manipulated and sexually abused.
Well, it really depends whether or not there are some dumbass kids out there that might think it's funny to send it as a prank or some shit like that. But if we're talking about as a predator, no, I assume that the police. Assuming they're not being.
Bro, he totally looked at my dick pics, Lamau.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely if it's like some dumbass high school kid just randomly sending dick pics to another, like a girl in their class, and the girl reports it, then yeah, the kid could be like filed for that. But like in this case, they're not gonna be.
Yeah, I'm kind of noticing it just strikes me as very odd. Here, let's take a look at the chat. What do you guys think? Oh wow, we've went up a bit more higher here. Let's see. Onwards. So I guess we'll check out Old Boy's Twitter here, the one who has us blocked. I made a second Twitter account, or third or fourth, what do you want to call it, because I had to keep an eye on Therapy Rarity. We won't be checking out that Twitter today. Whew. Okay. Let's see if we can get down to...
Do you want me to keep reading?
Sure, by all means.
And now you've not just ruined one life, but you've also potentially ruined your own. If you deal with this and it continues, then I can't stop you from doing what you feel you need to do. But for now, please, don't create another Sisk Marik. Like I said, I do not condone what Dickie did, and I'm not trying to defend his actions, because what he did is serious. I just see a friend who is making bad choices right now, and I want to help him, not crucify him. The internet makes it so easy to ignore actual age. That is something that happens quite frequently, unfortunately, especially now. especially when people who are involved act really mature. I'm trying to save a life here. Once this is dealt with, Dickie is free to do as he wishes, but if he ignores our warnings and advice and he continues, then I can't protect him. Gilletto can't protect him, and it's up to him to realize the gravity of the situation and stop for his own stake and the stake of those around him.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Thank you, Rocky. What do you guys think?
I think if someone is knowingly having sexual conversations with a minor, that is against the law, and they should be arrested. And if they are intentionally asking a minor for inappropriate images of themselves, of images of the minor, and receiving that, the minor is not at fault. They are being abused and manipulated, and should be treated as a victim, as they are, because they are becoming a victim of pedophilia. And the person who is manipulating and abusing this child should be reported, put to trial, and put to jail.
Well, high speed stacking, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I just took a look at the chat here. What do you think of ScarfDragon's response here? Because I feel like we're missing a lot of things here. I don't understand the difference of age, obviously, between the Dickie individual and the alleged victim. Because I feel, yeah.
I don't know the age of either of them, but like they could be thinking like, oh, the Dickie could be like 18, 19, and the victim could be like 16, 17.
Dickie is 26. I'm looking at their page now, and the victim is 20 according to their profile.
All
right, so that's a 6-year age gap.
Yeah, but that's 20. When did this happen? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when this happened, but
if this happened,
that's what their pages say.
I'm going to assume it's when the person was a minor, because there was that whole thing about like child porn creation in there. So it was like, I'm guessing this probably happened when Dickie was in his early 20s and this kid was in their mid to late teens.
I don't know if it's a nothing burger or not, Ray. We're trying to find out more information. The victim's age currently is 20. This may have happened a while ago. I don't want to just jump to conclusions necessarily. This is more to find out what's going on. I've tried to reach out and tweet at the victim. Their link is in the description there. ScarfDragon, who's the person who's he's pressing X to doubt, as Rocky's pointed out, on any of this whole things, and saying it's all just a big giant misunderstanding, except that ScarfDragon acknowledged that there was child pornography. Did he? Elf?
Yeah.
Okay.
He made a comment about how apparently the person who wants to report this,
yes,
or someone else, made images on themselves. Yeah, here's the thing. Because not only could the person receiving the nudes be charged, but the underage kids taking and distributing them can also be charged for creation and distribution of child pornogaphy.
That's true too, but that's sadly enough that sounds suspiciously like a misuse defense. Well, if such a thing were handled, wouldn't the other person be in trouble too? And I'm like, if that's immediately where your mind went, I'm a little concerned. I would definitely like to talk to how safe is that the accused Dickie's? How safe is his Twitter?
That would be a question for Rouge.
Rouge?
What's up?
Could you send Dickie a message? Perhaps we could get him in the stream.
Yeah, I can at him too.
Yes, please. That would be fantastic.
Also, by the way, for like anyone who knows a kid who might be dealing with some sort of situation like this, was afraid to report because they feel like they might get charged with like creation and distribution of child pornography. That's not going to happen.
The victim's name?
The victim's name? Oh, that's actually on screen right now. I believe that's you know what? I'll just put the link to their Twitter in the chat if you'd like to reach out to them. I've tweeted them already, but
Defaultish is their @
yes.
Spicy Samoid. Samoid? I don't know how to pronounce that word. It was their overhead name. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're a kid and a pedophile convinces you to send nudes, you're not going to get arrested for that because you're a victim of pedophilia.
Now, on the other hand, if you just sent your nudes out to somebody who's minding their own business, you might get yourself in some trouble. Don't do that.
Yes. It's like a similar case to, like, if a girl gets kidnapped and is forced into sex trafficking and is forced to be a prostitute, and then she manages to find a way to report it to the police, she's not going to be arrested for prostitution because she's a victim of sex trafficking and human trafficking.
Yeah, under duress, that goes as far as I believe as high as you can't use duress as an excuse to commit murder. Everything else I think you might be on there, but again, don't trust me, I'm not a legal expert. I just remember having a paralegal class where if someone puts a gun to your head and tells you to shoot, you have to, well, what are you doing with your gun? Seems to be the extent there. Rouge?
Huh.
Are you looking?
Yeah, no, I've messaged at all three of them, so I'm just waiting for a response.
Okay, let's take a look back, guys. Doesn't look too suspicious. No. Is it YouTube safe, Dusk, or anybody here?
Who's
The victim's
page?
Twitter?
Okay. Dickies. Is Dickies...
Dickies doesn't have anything, really.
Okay, cool. Let me go hunt that shit down. I guess we'll do that and find out together.
Lewis, what are we doing?
Let me go back to this guy's friggin'... Where is it? Dickie Dodge. Are you sure? Because there's a pig with like a... I'm literally on the front of this.
He's going into a dog costume. I don't understand it, but it's safe for work.
But everything else down here is safe. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
New
Migs.
Furry Wonderland?
Yeah, we're doing this. Who came in? Oh, hi, Migs. What's up?
New Furry Wonderland?
Yes, Migs. Yes. Hello.
We're streaming.
Hell yeah.
I have
Yes,
heard
Migs.
that you have sent...
I think Migs likes to think of himself as Limbo's official furry. So whenever there's a Furry Wonderland, he wants to be on it.
Okay.
Literally
little
like a
does he
cereal
know-
mascot.
Limbo's a fit.
Sorry, that's
Furry.
Coyote.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good one.
Coyote Lovely
That's
is
Coyote,
Limbo's furry.
Definitely Coyote.
Don't dishonor
he's
a
a better,
furry like
He's a
that.
better Limbo furry than me.
I have a...
Coyote Lovely is our token Limbo furry. And I sent him a picture earlier bullying him, but I don't think he's read it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate right now.
Oh, okay. Literally, Rouge.
Hmm?
In the banner, occasionally not safe for work. Thank you.
Well, I was scrolling through the page and I didn't see anything.
All right. Well, all the same. I sent him the message. There we go. Let's see. Trauma. Let me just.
Rouge?
Yes. What are you doing, Migs?
Oh, wait, no. I was just going to tell Rouge.
Migs, while we're
Rouge,
waiting on this, we could address other matters if you'd like.
So, Migs.
Yeah, like if you want to make this about you, Migs, there seems to be plenty of things to talk about.
No. I was just going
Did
to say...
Migs do an oopsie?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, Migs did do an oopsie, and here's the good news: like that's on a side channel with like heaped in with audio technical difficulties, where nobody's gonna catch that. But that could go prime time in a heartbeat.
Can I finish here?
Sure.
Okay,
Migs,
Rouge,
don't
I hope
do
you're
an
not
oopsie.
tainting these poor viewers' eyes.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
Did he leave or did he get kicked?
That was me.
Did you kick him out of the room or the
Migs.
call?
How dare you?
Jesus. All right. Oh, and cartoon movies. Does anyone know ScarfDragon's real name? Well, ScarfDragon isn't per se the person we're looking into, other than the fact that they've potentially covered this up. Here, I'll include Dickie's Twitter as well. That seems like a pretty prudent thing.
Yeah, let's try to avoid doxing.
Okay, copy link. I'm gonna make a joke and say some of Leo's fucking people have found their way into the chat.
Some of Leo's people?
Migs, do you have to repeat everything I say?
No, I'm just questioning.
It's a joke about doxing.
I know that.
Okay. Does anyone know ScarfDragon's real name? Haha, I'm already corrupted. Hello, Danny boy. Okay.
And yes, Megs does have to repeat everything you say.
Okay, that's fantastic.
It's the only way he'll learn.
That's wonderful.
Repeat everything you say?
I hate all of you. My little cancer. Just a second. I'm trying to fucking... Ever since Discord's decided to shit itself, I was going to try and pop in on my side account here so I can respond to people in the chat at the same damn time while the stream is going. Oh, that might be it. So what's going new with you, Rocky? Anybody want to keep the conversation going?
That's fuck all, honestly.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, Step. We're looking into
I
a
wanna
thing
miss-
right now.
It's this guy.
Oh,
Who
indeed.
is this guy?
Oh guy.
Oh God. Hey, did you get the TRS thing fixed?
The what thing?
I'm talking
Not
about-
yet. Not yet.
yet,
But
alright.
I'm my subscription ran out,
Ah.
so I got to renew that.
Did the alt-right just out-Jew us?
All right.
Outdo the show.
Could you guys
Oh, God.
take it down a notch? While
Okay.
Alright,
yeah,
alright.
I want you to know that some of the people who are being accused of harboring and helping assist and groom a pedophile are super those kind of people who would like to
Yada,
flag
yada.
down the goddamn
Trusted
server.
flag. Flaggers.
I'm aware.
Yes.
I'm aware what Purple Tinker is. I'm aware. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
No,
Step.
no,
I meant the Irish, Anthony.
The Irish.
whatever.
We're talking about the Irish. Excuse
Holy
me.
shit, Jesus Christ, you people. You goddamn people.
So who else is in the call? I know. Niggs is in here.
Step, you need to knock it the fuck off.
All right.
All right.
I'm upset. I'm sorry.
Why are you
I had to take
upset?
it out on someone.
So yeah, it's-
I was at rehearsal and I was denied shower rights. Someone told me I stank.
so you
Okay, they didn't let you in the shower because you stink.
No, I have to go there straight from school, but it was like 80 degrees by me, and I had to walk like almost like half a mile to get home. And like I started sweating. I didn't get home again, took a shower, and like my mom was like, "No, you're not." I'm like, what the hell?
Okay.
Other than that, I'm pretty all right.
Your mom denied you access to the shower.
My mom denied me shower rights. I know.
Yeah.
Oppression.
Okay. I'm on
Yeah,
here.
so
FNGR.
excuse me if I'm a little upset. I apologize.
I'm just trying to read off the chat since obviously I'm unable to multitask at this.
Alright.
Also, Dickie is the person here is trying to find evidence from. Dickie is the accused. They're the ones that,
Okay.
according to both parties involved, them being Scarf and this other individual, who I can't pronounce this name, Spicy Semond, is saying that Samand, yes, that someone sent them child pornography.
Spicy Steven.
Ooh, spicy.
Okay. Everyone, this man's dating Mindheart. Anyways, this is the beginning of the stream. No, Delson. We've been going for a little bit here. I don't want to keep recapping this.
That's fine. I'll rewatch the stream later.
Okay. Well, it didn't mean you. I was telling the people in the chat.
Okay.
I guess I'll look a little bit further into this thing here. Created is basically... it's too late for that now. What's this? Basically, our first hunger. I don't want to know. Let's see. How safe is this one?
Not at all.
Yeah, people put their pronouns above. Yes. No
You have
pronouns.
like a screen on right now, so we're not seeing like.
Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Is
it's
it showing?
showing. Yeah, I'll double check.
Oh no, no.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
showing on mine.
it's showing in the stream. There, Step.
Okay.
We are streaming, so yes.
I know we're streaming, but like, are you showing like the Twitter feed? I don't.
Yes,
What are you
I am
looking at?
showing the Twitter feed.
Okay. If you want to do that, if we're looking at someone being accused of this stuff.
Well, no, this is the victim, and I'm just seeing if there's.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Okay, so yeah. Well, that doesn't mean. Okay, here we go. Pedophile mention reminder. If you okay, I already covered that. Considering stated at Iron this season 2. I don't know what that's about. My gold 2 friend. Some other nonsense. I used to be afraid of being called autistic. Not relevant. Funny how you can change. I used to change. Blah 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 blah. Not important.
Cured his autism?
I'm
Imagine being
skimming.
afraid of words.
Well, I'd have you read these off if you were, not mobile right now, Step.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd
I
rather
would-
not
I would
make
too.
fun of the victim. Holy shit.
I'm not. I know.
Alleged
I know.
victim. Yeah,
Alleged.
alleged. Indeed. I'm gonna pray like hell. That's not when you go to commissions. If you're ever in a relationship, this will almost certainly happen. Okay, fun dates and installing League of Legends. You know what? I don't think that they covered too much beyond all this, unfortunately. I guess we'll check out old boys stuff. So you're all full legally actionable liable mode. Are you going to produce any sort of receipts at long last, or are you going to continue demanding everybody else take everything from you at face value despite that your long history of lies and abuse? Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
That's interesting.
Yes, indeed. Logically, default should have called out the person that actually abused him if he was an actual pedo. I already blocked him. Ricky. That's not that. That's thinking of Dickie here.
Wiki.
And considering you are, I'm oddly enough need to do. Simply put, bring them to court. Those accusations destroy lives and people like them de-evaluate actual abuse victims. Well, it's all one-sided. But considering that these people are... Is that some background noise there, Steph? If you got people talking?
Yes, that is background noise. And
Yeah.
you should probably stop doing that.
Yes. I'll give this person a medal. Morning I call HR. Whatever the fuck that is. Default of his position. There should be a maliciously misgendering. If I could catch anybody doing this spiteful, I'll block you. Yeah, how do we know you're not blocking people over the fucking pedophile accusations? So anyways.
As opposed to benignly misgendering.
Yeah, no shit. Pretty sure the default pronouns are they, them. Yeah. Okay, that's neat. Only outspoken enough to have people who dislike me in enough of quantity to garner a bunch of clout from them by spreading libel against me that they can use it to fuel their confirmation bias. Peace out. I mean, you could come forward and sit there and say that most of this shit's unfounded. You know what my confirmation before on this was? You're some asshole who blocked me. That's it. That's all I had going into this. I will pin the thread of my profile if it's comfortable, everybody. I know, and we'll have to see it. But no such thing exists, because Default is a lying piece of shit, and is going to get revenge on me for being affiliated with people that he has vendettas against. Show thread. And I'm only outspoken enough to have people who dislike me enough quantity to already cover that clout line. Bullshit about this. Skipping ahead. Let's see. I'm going to say this for a while. If Default comes out and shows proof that the person in question really did groom them, I've been played for a fool by countless people for years. I will publicly rescind everything I just said and apologize.
The
Yeah,
thing
but
about these are,
Yeah.
we've pretty much learned this at this point. Whenever someone brings a claim to you, I think like one of the first things you should say is provide evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Anthony, the
Yeah.
chat is going off about someone called speed stacking in your chat.
Oh God, not
Oh,
again.
fantastic, this numbskull. Okay, what do you got? When
I don't
was,
know. I don't know about him.
No,
so.
I know who he is. When I was in call with Bliss and you're all grown-up people, and yet you tell another adult to get off the internet. You agreed to get off the
Well,
internet, speed
You're a
stacking.
Spurg, so your opinion doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ. Why are you here?
Why am I here?
No, not you!
Oh,
But you too.
No one's
Seth.
talking to you, Shabbos Goy. We're talking to Speed
oh
Stack.
God! Oh God! You found me out.
Jesus Christ.
ADL shill.
Hey, when you get the advanced ADL subscription, only $50,000, like me, then you can criticize me, alright?
Okay,
Our
so
good
Speed
friend
Stacking
of the
says you're not my dad and you can't tell me what to do. So Speed Stacking, should I go tell Hateful to do any of those things he was interested in? Now, I think those are overreactions, Speed Stacking. I really do. I think him running off and using your personal information to do any shit like that would be kind of gauche, but this chat has, and this stream has, fuck all to do with you. Fuck off.
Well, you know, Anthony, sometimes overreaction gets the best reaction.
Okay, Daffy Duck. So anyways.
What?
Friend of the friendless.
Savage Stephen.
Indeed. Enemy to the enemious.
Okay.
You're right. It could be.
Cup stacking.
More like cunt stacking.
Yay!
We need
If
the
you're gonna
Yokon
be a
boy. I'm
speed
going.
anyway,
you know what?
become-
I'm going to say that it's probably a bullshit account. Oh, it says alt. Yeah, it's probably bullshit. Rouge, you had me fall for a fucking sucker play there. Nice.
It's
Unless
actually.
it is
Bruce.
actually speed stacking, because I knew speed stacking had ults before,
Okay.
so I don't know. We'll put it at like a 50%.
You know what?
Who's the speed stacking guy? Actually?
I'm not going to keep going through this furry's Twitter until I get thrown off of fucking YouTube.
That's
Okay.
So yeah, I think we raised awareness for now, unless anybody has any further things to really get into. It's certainly concerning since even in their own statement they suggested that somebody had child pornography. And they're like, oh, we're just going to cover it up. I think I consistently threw a shit fit at fucking Vita for doing that to fucking Fusion, so I feel like I'm being consistent here by going, no, we feel that we've made the comfortable decision. I'm like, fuck your opinion, you're not a goddamn cop.
More cover-ups. More cover-ups.
Yeah, no shit. What's this?
Fantastic.
What's this? A furry's going to cover for another furry having child pornography? That's bullshit. No,
So, wow.
I wouldn't put up with that in the Brony fandom. I'm sure.
I
as
mean,
fuck
if
not
Milo Yiannopoulos...
Go ahead.
Motorcycle. If Milo Yiannopoulos is allowed to make a furry OC, then I think we're screwed as a society in general. We should just,
We live in a society.
we live in a society.
Oh, come on. I was going to say that.
Yeah, Migs, you're one joke, and you couldn't even deliver on it. You should be ashamed.
Pathetic.
Indeed.
God
One
damn
joke,
it.
Migs.
You beat me to it.
Indeed.
One joke, Migs, the monkey. He only has one joke.
Megs, I think you need to leave.
All right.
Please.
Unga bunga.
I think we've covered everything we can. I've included all the links down below. People can inquire, and if anybody can
I
come
got
forward,
y'all.
yeah. If anybody else wants to come forward and give us information later, we can always revisit this later on.
Absolutely.
All right, and Godspeed, everybody. We're gonna hit stop.